Good morning, students. How are you? Fine? Okay, very well. So, today we will start our first chapter of economics, the story of village Palampur. In today's part first, we discussed here the main factors of production. What are the major factors of production? So, see on the screen, first chapter, the story of village Palampur, in which we explain the factors of production or requirements for production of goods and services. Here, everyone. So, first we explain the definition of production. Before that, I will explain some points related to the story of village Palampur. So the story of village Palampur, an imaginary village, will take us through the different types of production activities in the villages. In villages across India, farming is the main production activity. The other production activities referred to as non-farm activities include small manufacturing, transport, shopkeeping, etc. So we will learn how various resources combine to produce the desired goods and services in our country, in our villages, in our area. Clear everyone? So first, organization of production or what is production? So production is an activity that involves production of goods or services that a person needs. Okay, and the aim of the production is to produce the goods and services that we want, that we need. So it is the basic aim of production. So for that production, here we require the four factors. How many factors? Four factors. So the main four factors of production are land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. So these are the four main factors of production. First is land, second is labor, third one is capital, and last one is enterprise, means human capital. Okay. So our first factor is land. Land is a basic natural resource required as input in any production activity. It is the foremost factor of production, and it is fixed in nature, means land is in limit. We will not expand it, we cannot grow the land. Okay, so it is our prime responsibility to care our natural resources. Okay, it is our duty to preserve, conserve our natural resources for the next generation. Okay, next is labor. Second is labor, people who would do the work. Each worker is providing the labor necessary for production. So we know very well that without labor, work will not possible. Some production activity require highly educated workers to perform the necessary tasks, and they are skilled labor. Okay, and other activities require workers who can do manual works They are unskilled labor. Clear everyone? It means physical and mental effort put in by the human being during the process of production. Okay, it means physically and mentally effort put in by the human being during the process of production. Okay, now third requirement is physical capital. Physical capital means variety of inputs required at every stage of production, such as raw material, money, tools, etc. Okay, physical capital requires different inputs at different stage of production. And then physical capital divided into two parts. First is fixed capital and other is working capital. So here we see the difference of fixed capital and working capital. So fixed capital means they can be used in production over many years. It is durable in nature and can be used a number of times over a long period, such as tools and machines. For example, our school building, it is included in fixed capital. Our school was established in 1925. Okay, so how many years? 94 years. Okay, other example is just like tractor of farmer, because once a tractor purchased by the farmer, he gave the farmer production for many years. Just like our school building established once and it gave production over many years. How many years? 94 years. Land is also a fixed capital. Another example, your shops. Just like you have a shop that also gives you production for many years after established once. Okay, so these are the examples of fixed capital. And fixed capital means they can be used in production over many years. Okay, next is working capital. Working capital refers to the variety of raw materials and money in hand during the production in order to make payments and buy other necessary items. For example, in a cotton industry, it requires a cotton as a raw material and money which is used to purchase the raw material and to make the payments of the workers and other bills. So raw material and money is example of working capital. Here working capital means which is used in its day-to-day trading operation. Okay. Other example, just like you have an oil industry, a small manufacturing unit. So you required for your industry seeds as a raw material, just like seeds of mustard, groundnuts, and then processing it, and then you will be get the output. Okay, so here the raw material and money are the example of working capital, which is used in day-to-day operations, trading operations. But fixed capital, it can be used in production over many years. Okay, other example just like in farming, like use of seeds, pesticide, insecticides, manure, wages of labor. So these are called working capital. All these include in the working capital. But the land of the farmer, tractor of the farmer, and other machines, just like harvester, thresher, combine, they were included in the fixed capital. Okay, and the last factor of production is human capital. So here human capital means it refers to knowledge and enterprise that are required to put together land, labor, physical capital to produce an output. Okay, means it refers to knowledge and enterprise required to put together land, labor, and physical capital and produce an output for self-consumption or to sell in the market. So here human beings use their ideas, use their knowledge, how to combine these factors and produce output and how to sell in the market and to gain profit. Okay, so human capital is also an important factor of production, because you know very well human resource is an important resource over all resources. Okay, so these are the four major factors of production: land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. Okay, clear everyone? Now, assessment questions. Which are the four main factors of production? You know very well: land, labor, physical capital, and human capital. What is fixed and working capital? This fixed capital means, yes, fixed capital means, very good. They can be used over many years or in many years. They gave us production for long time. Very good. Working capital, yes, money and raw material. Okay. What is the first and foremost requirement for the production of goods and service? Yes, very good. Keep it up. Land. What does human capital mean? Means here knowledge and skill of human by which they combine all the factors and produce output. Okay, and give two examples of fixed and working capital. So write down these questions in your notebook and solve and learn also. Okay, everyone. So thank you, everyone. Again, we will meet in the part 2 of chapter first economic, in which we will explain about the farming in Palampur. Okay. Thank you again. Stay home, safe home.